Alright, so I was talking to one of my old friends. He's talking about redoing his XYZ Dragon Cannon deck. And I was thinking like, oh, yeah, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, I like to resurrect, if it were, or revise is the more proper term, I think. Revise some old decks, you know what I mean? Because newer cards come out, newer support, the ability to do what you originally wanted to do. I remember a couple old school tricks was using interdimensional transporter. Right? Let me see, type it up right quick. Interdimensional transporter. Right? This bad boy right here. Interdimensional matter transporter, that's what it's called. Right? To banish your one of your pieces to creating XYZ, right? Banish one of the pieces, right? And then it'll come back during your opponent's end phase. Then on your turn, you would summon another piece, and then you would go into your combo. Now, as you can see, obviously this trap still exists and it's still viable. I mean, it's still worth playing. But for now, I'd rather just since I do have some newer cards to play with. 10 goldfish. I can kind of speed up the process of doing what I need to do. So let's get into the profile. So the old way, obviously, like I said, was interdimensional matter transporter, of course, along with good old frontline base. So you got 3 cannon heads, 3 head cannons, 3 X head cannons, 3 Y dragon heads, and 3 Z metal tanks. The goal is to get them removed from play. Obviously, the way you do it is by contact fusing, as it were, by banishing the monsters in your side field that's listed on these fusions. You have YZ and XY. That way you can banish 2 of the materials you need per each and get them out of play. The way you get them back so that we can do something like obviously create XYZ Dragon Cannon is you will use Cyber Network. Granted, there's no Cyber Dragon in this deck, so you can't utilize the first aspect of the effect, which is to banish from your deck light machine monsters once per turn. But that's not what we're using it for. We're using it as a damn it, I just pressed the wrong side. I hate that. Why is that stuff so close? Oh, look, see, I hate that. Anyway, we're trying to use the part of the effect that okay, yeah. We want to try and use the part of the effect that is when this card sent from the field to the graveyard, special summon as many of your banished light machine type monsters as possible. If you do, destroy all spawn trap cards you control. Monsters that were special summoned by this effect cannot activate their effects. You cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. Right? So obviously what you want to do is you want to activate this during your opponent's end phase, chain an MST, get the effect off to summon all the monsters onto your side field. Then it'll be your turn, and you already have all the monsters you need to do what you need to do. Then you could play something like for me, you could obviously you play your usual stuff, like MST, stuff like that. Get rid of the back row and start going off into your combo. But the main thing is like it's using this as a return from a different dimension, which you could play 3 copies of, right? So that's the point of it. We got Cyber Ship Spy Plane. This is just for the XYZ plays. You special him while your opponent has an XYZ monster. Along, while you have one of these good old-fashioned Z metal tank or Y dragon head or X head, right? And then you can go into Gear Gigant X, right? Detach one of the pieces from him, then add a piece, right, from the deck to the hand. That way you can slowly start getting, X, Y, Z so that way you can summon them. So it's kind of ironic that you're using an XYZ monster or an Exceed monster to get the XYZ pieces, because obviously these were the original XYZs, right? XYZ Dragon Cannon. Then you got 10 Goldfish. Obviously it's for the Exceed play. The idea is you want to make Gigant X and use his ability to add to your hand the XYZs, the pieces you need to create XYZ Dragon Cannon. Or, of course you're gonna make X, Y, and YZ first to get the pieces out of play, and then bring them back with Cybernetic Network so you can make XYZ Dragon Cannon. Layer removal obviously will be one of your main win conditions, because then you can Cyber Network during your opponent's end phase chain with an MST, get the effect off, then your turn, enter battle, attack, damage step, layer removal, game. You could go that way. Of course you can just do the you play frontline base, which will be one of your typical plays, will be frontline base, special summon something like, let's say, Y Dragon Head, then normal summon 10 Goldfish, then summon from your hand a Z Metal Tank. Then you will overlay, for example, let's say Dragon Head, Y Dragon Head with 10 Goldfish to make Gigant X, detach Y Dragon Head to add X Head Cannon from your deck to hand. Then you use Iron Call and bring back X Dragon Head. Right, now you can banish X Dragon Head and Z Metal Tank from play, and that's YZ, right? So then you get YZ Tank Dragon. This has the ability to pop face down monster, discard a card from your hand. Destroy one face down monster on your opponent's side of the field. So this is a good combo if you want to use it against, somebody setting a Marshmallow and a Raikou or something like that. Penguin Soldier, that's going to be popular, right? Since there's some new Penguin support coming out. What was I saying? But you could also not contact views, as it were, right? You could just straight up just keep these two on the field, because if you play layer removal, they become 3,000. And then Gigant X will become a 4,600. You know what I mean? So you can pretty much just OTK right there. So this has a couple different OTKs that you could potentially do, because you could do the Cybernetic Network layer removal OTK. You can do the frontline based 10 Goldfish OTK. You know what I mean? Combine it with Iron Call and all the other good stuff. Let's see. And of course the staples: Beidou, MST, Regeki Break, Red Screen. You know what I mean? Call on Haunted is just another Iron Call. That's all it really is. So you can just constantly reuse all your stuff. Wind Up Zen Meister, mainly because he's a machine, and the ability to put a monster face down is useful. Constellar Omega, because these the main X, Y, and Z, they're light types, so you can take advantage of Constellar Omega. Spell and trap immunity. Minor Stroke, just because he's good. Diamond Direwolf, sometimes you just need to get rid of something. Number 101, Silent Honor Arc, just because he's good. He's broken. Exciton Knight, just in case you need it. He's broken. Number 103, Ragnar Zero, is a good effect. A lot of people like it. Comes in handy. Pop a monster that's attack is higher than its original attack and gain life. So that's useful. Starly's Paladinamo, obviously, because again the light types, and it has a really good effect. Evil Swarm Ouroboros, like I said, with the 10 Goldfish frontline base combo, you'll get 3 4 stars on the field. You can overlay and make him. You could go for 500 Sigma if that's what you like, but I like to go with Evil Swarm Ouroboros because of the ability to banish a card every turn, either from the hand, field, or graveyard. So basically it's the Trish of the deck, right? And I already said YZ Tank pops face down, monster. XY Dragon, he pops face up spell or trap cards, which is very useful. And of course 3 XYZ Dragon Cannon, because you just never know. You might make more than one gets warning, the usual. And that is the XYZ Dragon Cannon. I guess I'll say /OTK because of the layer removal. And the Cybernetic Network card deck profile.